Hey, it's Friday evening. It's a cold, rainy Friday evening. It snowed a little today. When it snows while kids are in school, it is the most amazing thing. Kids in snow, they like stand at the long window at the edge of the classroom and they stare outside until you say, okay, let's go outside for a few minutes. And then they go outside and they run around screaming. And then a little while later, it turned to rain and we came in. So it's been a cold, rainy day all Friday. So today is Bicycle Friday. We actually canceled our afternoon ride, but we did have our morning ride, which was nice. I had taken a great video of our safety talk a couple weeks ago and I was really excited about it, but I lost the card it was on, the memory card it was on. And so now I have a new memory card. And I took a little video today, not much. I'm gonna add it on here, just kind of show you a little bit of what we're dealing with right now, because we have a normal route that we do, which is a greenway. And it's connected by a little neighborhood street that goes directly, like filters into the next part of the greenway. So it's super easy. And we have pre-K, and so the pre-K kids that can ride that and no problem. So what we're doing right now is we're filtering them down this larger neighborhood street, which sometimes people are just driving too fast. They're just trying to get to work on a Friday, and maybe they got up late and left late, and now they're trying to make up for it by driving too fast on this larger neighborhood street. And when you have 4- and 5-year-olds riding down it, you don't want people like speeding up it. So these days, these Fridays are challenging sometimes, and we don't know when the regular route will be finished. We're just kind of going week to week, trying to figure out every Friday morning how to get to school. So it's been a challenge, but it's also been good. Like, you tell children how important it is to be in a straight line on this larger road, and they actually do it because they've been actually practicing that for a while, and they do have the skills that you kind of wonder, are they going to be like, we're going to ride on the outside and keep them as safe as possible, but well, is it okay? And they show that they can ride in a straight line along the side of the road with us on the outside. And so what we look for is for drivers to cooperate and do their best job, show our little kids that adult drivers know how to drive safely. And it's interesting when they don't, and we have to let our children know, oh, that guy was on his phone, or oh, that guy was just, it's a weird thing. So last night in Charlotte, there was a hit and run of a cyclist, North Charlotte, probably up near University. And whenever that happens, I was hit pretty seriously about 5 years ago. So I just kind of have to tuck in all my feelings. It's hard for me. I watch sometimes as drivers, I try to be very defensive and progressive as a cycle commuter. Like at intersections, I make eye contact. I make sure we have an arrangement of who's going first. I do all the things. I never assume I'm seen. If there are cars at the intersection, I stop no matter what. Like, I am going to make sure that I am seen. And the only way to express sort of my frustration this morning was to share with children that you should never assume you're seen, and that you should always stop and make sure you've made an arrangement, that you've made eye contact, that you are seen by a driver. It's a tough thing. Like, it's hard to ride with children and know that we are making a contract when we're on the road that everybody is supposed to be following, sort of a safe community contract. And then when we have to show our children that not all adults are going along with that, and some of them are just phoning it in, like literally, because they're on their phones. It's really hard. It's really hard to swallow that. Like, it's really hard to accept that some people don't really care that other people are on the road, or how their actions affect other people, that we're all part of this roadway community. No matter how you're getting to work, some people are walking, some people are riding, some people are driving, some people are taking the bus. No matter how you're getting there, we're all part of that roadway community. And when you don't follow the rules of the roadway community, when you decide to use your phone at a stop sign or at a stoplight even, sometimes I'm like, because if you don't look up and notice the light turn green and you've got 4 people waiting behind you, and then all of a sudden you've got this immense pressure to go, and then you don't look where you're going. Same at stop signs. I've seen people parked at stop signs. I've seen people parked in pedestrian lanes when people are trying to walk. I saw somebody parked in a pedestrian lane the other day when a 12-year-old girl was trying to cross the street. Like, you have the entire road. Leave that walk space for walkers. Like, how important is that to just be present, to just be aware that your behavior is affecting the entire community, and that our roadways should be safe for everybody that needs to use them. Whether you're a family riding a bike to school, whether you're a group riding a bike to school, or whether you're an 80-year-old lady trying to walk her dog across the street, like, whatever your situation is, you should feel safe on our roads, because everybody should be following that community contract of, I'm using the road and I'm responsible for my behavior here, and I need to take my time. I don't know what happened to that cyclist this morning. Like, I don't know that cyclist, but I know that I ride every day, and I know what it felt like to be hit and to wonder why 7 cars behind you saw me, but you didn't. And so when I think about that, when I think about how we all need to be paying attention to that, how we all need to cooperate on the roads, from the youngest riders to the oldest riders, I just want people to realize that your behavior matters, and that when somebody says, get off your phone, they're not trying to piss you off. They don't need you to flip them off. They actually need you to do what you're supposed to do, and that is drive your car safely. That's not a hard job if you know what you're doing, if you've been educated, if you took the driver's test, and you should know how to drive. I feel like driving should be a privilege, and that we should be showing our children that driving is a privilege. So in these next 2 clips, I have 2 clips of the roadway that we're riding down right now, and both times I've yelled out to somebody who is going too fast. And today I put my hand out to slow down a driver that was just barreling through around a blind corner, not even paying attention. I put my hand out, and I was wearing a safety vest, and they actually stopped. I didn't need that person to stop. I just needed that person to slow down, to take a moment, and to realize there's a 4-year-old kid, because there's no sidewalk and that's the only route. There's a 4-year-old kid riding down that road. And there could be an 80-year-old person crossing that road. And you don't know. And you should just take a minute in a neighborhood where there's a school, where there are older people. You should just take a minute. You should just go a little slower. It's okay. The speed limit in all neighborhoods in Charlotte is 25. It's not 50. So you shouldn't be going 50. You shouldn't be going 40. You shouldn't be going 35. You should do the speed limit and know that when you're going around a blind corner, you don't know what you're going to come out to on the other side. So I'm hoping to get some like biking footage on here soon, and I would really love that. But for now, I really needed to say that today. I really needed to say to put away your phone and to remember, like, I'm a 50-year-old mom. I have an adult daughter. I work as a teaching assistant. I work with children every day. I teach children how to ride bikes safely. I don't know if you need to. Imagine every human out there on the road could be me. Imagine every human out there on the road could be someone's mom, someone's dad. I know every person I encounter cycling in Charlotte on the roadway, on my commute, is either old enough to be a dad or a mom, or I know one mom is actually a single mom who has 2 daughters and she rides her bike to school or to work. She rides her bike to work uptown. So think about her. She's got 2 kids and she's doing it alone. And she rides her bike because it's a good way to get to work. I'm the same. I ride my bike because it's a good way to get to work. It's healthy for me. It keeps me well. It helps me enjoy and be really alive and awake and healthy. It helps me with all those things. So when you're driving in your car and you encounter a pedestrian or cyclist, think about that. Think that we're all someone's family. We all have loved ones, and we all want to get home alive. Thank you. And upcoming is the footage from 2 weeks of Bicycle Friday, of riding bikes down Westfield, and occasionally me yelling at people who are driving too fast. Night. He's just a poor boy from a poor family, sparing his life on his monstrosity. No, we will not let you go! We will not let you go. Let him go! Just slow down. Videoing you guys.